Hey, this is take two. I am back. Do I have an audience this time? I'm not sure what's going on in the YouTube world, but I wanted to come on, not because I really wanted to, but this came across and you know how that goes. I had to go live again to bring it to you guys. So that is so bizarre, Candy. Hi, Belle. But we all know who Dylan Tallman is, and he is supposedly this buddy of Chris's that he made in prison in the next cell. They had a electrical plug portal going on where they would talk. Hey, Joni. Seeing some new names in chat. I like that. Thanks for joining. So, Dylan Tallman, let's talk about this before we get to Chris's affidavit. Dylan Tallman wrote this motion where he's claiming all of this abuse. I'm not going to go over it because I really don't care about Dylan Tallman's case. The only reason I'm covering this is because I cover the Watts case and Chris Watts is involved. So I'm not going to go over Dylan's incident reports and all of that because I'm not following his thing here. But basically he has a lot of claims and he wanted to get moved and he was going to out all of these people if they didn't move him, and they succumbed and they moved him. So one of these incidents, Chris Watts wrote an affidavit about. And this would be, I think, on June the 18th this happened. So I'm going to read Chris's part of what he wrote on behalf of Dylan. And it states, God, it's hard to read. Make it bigger for myself. You guys can still see the screen, correct? Okay. It says, I, Christopher Watts, testify and swear under the penalty of perjury that the following transpired and is correct. On the 18th day of June, 2020, between 8:20 p.m. and 8:30 p.m., Nurse Gugler arrived on the unit to give Dylan Tallman his medication. Dylan Tallman is in cell 13, and I am in cell 14. My positioning was near the front of my cell as I was about to rinse out my bowl when this conversation ensued. Tallman asks, "Why are you fighting me in this?" Gugler responds, "Fighting you on what?" Tallman begins to explain the answer he received from the Attorney General and Assistant Attorney General who are representing Nurse Gugler in regards to the complaint he filed against her. Even showing her a copy at his door for her verification, Gugler responds, "No one has contacted me and I've never spoken with anyone about this." At this point, her visage changes and asks, Should I even be giving you your medication right now?" Tallman responds, "Would you sign an affidavit swearing that the Attorney General and Assistant Attorney General have not contacted you regarding this complaint and your representation?" Gugler responds, "Yes, I would. I just need to check with Tom and HSU." Nurse Gugler proceeds to wheel the medication cart away and leaves. The second shift officer was present for this conversation as well. I declare under the penalty of perjury that the foregoing is true and correct. Written on the 18th day of June, 2020. Christopher Watts. And this was filed on 8/26 of 2020. Are we having connection issues? I hope that this information got out there. I just really wanted to make a quick video. I didn't want to take too much time analyzing this, but just keeping you guys up to speed. This is obviously kind of old news because it's back from June. And I believe that this Dylan character has been moved since then and that Chris is not in Dodge with him any longer. So either he's not in Dodge with him or they're in different parts of the prison. I don't really know. Like I said, I'm sorry. That was loud. I'm not following Dylan's case. So I couldn't tell you where he is or what he's doing. You can probably go find his internet wife over on another channel to get an update on this guy. But I just wanted to bring you guys anything that I get pertaining to Watts or the Watts case or Chris Watts, whatever. Whatever comes out, I'll bring to you. So take it for what it is. There was one other thing. Let me see if I can pull this up really quick. There was one other thing along with this news. It's an article. Oh, he's getting out next month. Gotcha. So Chris Watts was kind of like a vessel between Dylan and the people on the outside. He was helping get messages to them, and that was kind of when those two got in trouble for doing that. So let's talk about this article. Conspiracy theory, did Chris Watts' girlfriend murder his children? This is written on December 11th. This was published by Aurora Amedin of the Life Daily. I don't know where these articles come from, but somehow I find them. So Chris Watts murdering his daughter's and pregnant wife was one of the most gruesome, controversial cases in recent years. Though Watts eventually confessed to the crime, some people still wonder if there's a co-conspirator out there. See, look, I'm buffering. I have a really weird connection. This is ridiculous. And I'm not sure what's causing that. It's so weird. Let me try that. Are we back? Okay. Okay. Some people still wonder if there's a co-conspirator out there. Chris Watts' girlfriend in particular gets a lot of talk from conspiracy theorists. Could there be some truth to this theory? Watts' girlfriend, just a couple of months before Watts' family was found dead in 2018, he started a relationship with Nicole Kessinger. Here we have Nicole being brought into it now in these B-rated articles and publications. Lost again. I don't know why it's doing that. It's so weird. Looks like we're back again. Okay. As long as the audio doesn't cut out, I'm just going to keep going, even if we get that pixelization again. So Kessinger was one of Watts' coworkers at Anadarko Petroleum and would often see Watts, who worked there as an operator, on the way to the fridge in the break room. Watts began to flirt with her in June, and a month later they went on their first official date. I do have Spectrum. Yep. Why do you ask? Are they having problems? So Chris Watts and Kessinger saw one another for about around 4 to 5 times a week in July, according to the Denver Post. Watts insisted that he and his wife Shanann were in the process of splitting up, and at the end of the month lied to Kessinger, saying the divorce was finalized. Now this article is not factual. This is filmdaily.co. I don't know what country that is, but we all know more than obviously this person writing the article. Kessinger and Chris Watts' relationship got pretty serious pretty quickly. According to cell phone records, on August 4th, 2018, Kessinger looked at wedding dresses online for 2 hours. Just a couple weeks after Nicole Kessinger perused the web for the perfect white dress, Chris Watts murdered Shanann and their daughters, Bella and Celeste. Watts eventually confessed to his crimes. See this? Watts eventually confessed to his crimes to authorities, saying that he told his wife about his affair in the early morning and after Shanann responded that Watts wouldn't see his kids again. But see, they say he confessed, but then they have no details about the kids. So Chris Watts then proceeded to wrap his dead wife in a blanket and put her in the back of his truck with his 2 daughters. He drove them to an oil tank and once there strangled the girls and dumped all the bodies in the tank. So this this reporter is going by the Wisconsin confession or Wisconsin interview. Chris Watts ultimately pleaded guilty on November 6th, 2018 to multiple counts of first-degree murder. He was subsequently sentenced to 5 back-to-back life sentences with no chance of parole. When questioned by authorities, Nicole Kessinger claimed to know nothing about the appearance of Shanann, Bella, and Celeste. She told an outlet her stance on the matter when they were still missing. It got to a point that he was telling me so many lies that I eventually told him I did not want to speak to him again until his family was found, she said. With a pregnant woman and 2 children missing, she added, I was going to do anything that I could. And once the murders were revealed, Kessinger commented on the heinous act. I don't think there is a logical explanation for what he did. It's a senseless act and it's horrific. Nicole Kessinger admittedly did some sketchy things, such as Googling, did people hate Amber Fry? The girlfriend of Scott Peterson, who allegedly killed his wife Lacey, as well as Googling her net worth and book deal. But there's nothing that concretely points to her being actually involved. Some people still on Reddit have spun out some pretty crazy theories. One Reddit user, Matt Cares, asked, what if NK is pregnant? The user goes on to explain, that's why the house sale has been pushed back. Financial legal rights for the child. That's why she wanted to give him a boy. That's why she Googled Ronnie Watts. That's why she's been assisted in her protection. That's why he won't turn on her or implicate her. That's why he confessed. That's why he killed them. Lots of speculation on Reddit. Another user, John Lyon, the Dateline, says, something happened in those 6 weeks. Kessinger and Watts were dating, and then Chris completely dead set on a life with NK and not SW. I get it. Sometimes people are just so done with a relationship, they are not invested anymore. Be it emotionally, physically, mentally, financially. So many reasons they are just drained. The user also states that many of Chris Watts' girlfriend Kessinger's searches and conversations tell a different story than what she put up. And in my opinion, and honestly, I feel there are some things that she could be implicated with. And that is the end of this chick's article. That's, in her opinion, she's saying that there are some things that she thinks Nicole Kessinger could be implicated with. So if you have anything to say to this person writing this, if you would like to reach out, I'm going to scroll to the top. So you have the byline, Aurora Amidon. This is Aurora. She lives in London. Oh, sorry. She's from London. She lives in New York. So this is who wrote this article. Well, there you have it. The latest on the Watts saga, which this has turned into a saga, has it not? Oh my gosh. Absolutely, it has. Hey, Florida Bass Fishing. Did you ever get my email? I still want to do your theory. I want to talk. You never got it? Let me While I'm on here, let me log into my email. Go to my sent. Here we are. I sent you an email Wednesday, November 4th. Ernie. All right, Ernie, I'm going to forward this to you so you have it. It'll be at the top of your email there. I don't know what I'm doing. I think I sent an email. Florida, I want to hear that theory so bad. So there you go. You have the email now. I wonder why NK would seek out CW, though. A dude who didn't have much money and already had a bankruptcy on his credit. I don't know why that would be desirable. But hey, not anything is possible. Well, maybe she just liked him. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like NK had low self-esteem too. And she really tried to make Chris jealous with her saying that she had other dates or whatever that didn't show up or something like that. Why did NK have missing hair spots? I wasn't aware that she did. She was wearing a ponytail. I remember that. Hey, Javille. Millions in future for CW after wrongful death lawsuit against Anadarko for explosion, killing his wife. That was the plan, and there were others involved. That's Florida Bass's theory, you guys, that there were accomplices. I got to get back to the theory series. I love it. I think that, even if you hear someone's theory and you're like, oh my God, like, that is so far-fetched. But if you actually hear people out, you might take away a little nugget from what they've uncovered or what they've discovered looking through Discovery or watching the videos. How old is NK? Oh, at the time? Oh, geez. Was she 30 at the time? There is an HD video of her showing spots and her hairline missing. NK, where's the video? I've never seen a video of NK talking about her hairline. Where is this video at? An HD video at that. I mean, who wants to hear Ernie's theory? I do. Let's set something up this coming week, Ernie. Let me know when you're available. And we'll do this. Yeah, she was 30. I just don't believe that she had anything to do with the murders, other than being the mistress. I'm going to have to go back and look at that Netflix again. Josh, I have no idea. I've never heard that. And NK does not look like a crystal meth user to me. I mean, have you ever seen meth users? They definitely do not look healthy. She looks like a healthy girl to me. I mean, you have to be honest. I mean, she does not look. Oh, where's my... I don't have a picture on here. Definitely not turning on my camera right now. I think we talked about the fire stick. Oh, he's talking about the Freemason? Yeah, that's not witchcraft or Wicca. That's... Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It's just, that's a group. You need to look up the Freemasons and read about them. You smell a rat in Troy. I know you do. I just don't think that he would have gotten away with it. I do think it's bizarre he went out there. I do think it's bizarre that he went out there the next day, and I do think it's, it is weird. Chris was wanting to go back to work the next day, but, there's ways that can be explained away as well. Yeah, all investigations did stop very, very early on. So anyways, I just wanted to bring this quick update. I have been on here a lot today, and I am seriously, talked out. Anadarko paid out millions the prior year to another family for wrongful death lawsuits, so that was their plan. Don't you think, though, that Anadarko would have wanted to uncover this if that was the plan? Don't you think that this would have been uncovered? Is that what house you're talking about, Ernie? Martinez? Is that the lawsuit? I am interested. Let's set something up. So go ahead and email me back. Lindy. What? There's a lot of evidence to suggest crystal meth usage. See armchair. Come on. We're not pumping armchair detective here, okay? Give me a break. That guy has been the biggest opportunist of this case throughout the whole thing. He's changed his stance like 50 times in the past month. So anyway, thank you guys for joining. I love it. There's 300 of you in here. Bless you all. Have a great Saturday. Stay safe out there. And gosh, I don't know when I'll see you again, but hopefully there's some good lives going on tonight, because I'd rather participate tonight than talk. But anyways, love you all. Have a great day. See you later.